फ्रेंड्स एंड माय डियर स्टूडेंट्स, अब हम लोग करंट इलेक्ट्रिसिटी थर्ड पार्ट स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं और इसमें हम लोग सबसे पहले हमारी बारी आती है ग्रुपिंग ऑफ रेसिस्टर की। ग्रुपिंग ऑफ रेसिस्टेंसेस में सबसे पहले हम लोगों को बात करनी होती है सीरीज की। दैट मींस सीरीज एंड पैरेलल के बारे में सबसे पहले समझना होता है। एंड व्हाट इज सीरीज? लेट्स हैव अ लुक ऑन वन डायग्राम। दीज आर द थ्री रेसिस्टेंसेस व्हिच आर इन सीरीज, R1, R2 and R3. In the same manner, we could connect n number of resistors. अभी हमारे पास R1, R2 and R3, and here EMF E, and this is positive terminal of the battery, negative, this is current, and in series current remains same. Like in capacitor we read, in series charge remains the same. So here current remains the This is V1 potential drop, V2, V3. As we can see in series, एक और बात होती है here because of series, E is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. Basically, what is our motto from this discussion is that now we want to eliminate these three resistors by a single one. That means we are to find equivalent resistance or total resistance of these three resistors, right? If we want to replace those three resistors but current remains the same, since V is equal to IR, so therefore E is equal to I main current and R equivalent in series. E is equal to I, R equivalent, V is equal to I1. This was main current, I1 R1, I2 R2, I3 R3. It implies that I main R equivalent in series, of course, and also I1 is equal to I2 is equal to I3 is equal to I. That means I R1, I R2, I R3. It implies that R equivalent is R1 plus R2 plus R. So this is quite obvious. ये बड़ा simple and obvious discussion है, लेकिन ये करना जरूरी है। ऐसे ही n number of resistors we could have. So in series we'll always add up. Conclusion यही रहा. This was series. Now parallel, now EMF positive, negative, R1, R2, R3, I main, this is I1, this is I2, this is I3. Then finally it is again I main. We must have had in capacitance also that in parallel potential difference remains same. But here current would be splitting. This main current will be splitting into I1, I2 and I3. Here in parallel potential difference remains the same. That is V1 is equal to V2 is equal to V3 is equal to EMF. And what about current? And current I main is equal to I1, I2 and I3. तब इसके बाद I main is equal to, as we saw, I1 plus I2 plus I. And since V is equal to IR, therefore I is equal to V by R. This thing we would be applying. I main is equal to E by R equivalent. E by R equivalent. V1 by R1 plus V2 by R2 and V3 by R3. But V1 is equal to V2 is equal to V3 is equal to E. Therefore, these things will be cancelled out. It implies that this way equivalent resistance in parallel also are now found. That means if we want to replace these three resistors by a single one, then it would be this only in parallel, which were connected initially in parallel. Now it is replaced by this one. Then afterwards, I think very easy illustrations. This is the question. Determine the voltage drop. Determine the voltage drop across the resistor R1, V1. Anything related to potential drop or current in any particular branch. At first, we need to find the equivalent resistance. Then thereafter, main current. Then only we could further find anything else. So let's go for equivalent resistance. This R3 and R4 are in series, and this branch is in parallel to R2. How to recognize parallel branches? At one end, some current split and in another here, both these current are meeting at this point. This is the prime condition for parallel. Then and now I'm adding up R3 and R4 is 15. Then thereafter equivalent of R2 and R3 4 product upon sum. If we go for shortcut calculation, then 10 into 15 upon 10 plus 15. Equivalent resistance is 18 plus 6 is 24 ohms. Thereby main current I is 60 upon 24. That is equal to 2.5 ampere. Now come to the original question. Here V1 main current was 2.5 ampere. V1 is main current into R1. That is 18. 2.5. That was 18 is the answer. A wire of uniform cross section and length L has a resistance of 16 ohms. Suppose this is the wire. This is 16 ohms L length, and now it is cut into 4 equal parts. L by 4, L by 4, right? All the 4 stretched parts are connected in, and now each part is stretched uniformly to length L. L length तक stretch करना है. मतलब पहले ये L by 4 था. Cutout piece was L by 4. L1 was L by 4. L2 is L. And if it was cross sectional area, A1 was A. So A2 for this will be, obviously in this situation we'll be considering L1 A1 is equal to L2 A2. That means it should come 4A, है ना? A2 will be 4A, inverse ratio. So A2 is L1 upon L2 into A1. We could find resistance also. Now resistance of this cutout, है ना?
4 ohms before stretching.
Before stretching it was 4 ohms. Yes, right. Because 4 equal parts, so 4 A1 upon A2. बाद का cross sectional area is A upon 4, यानी 1/4 हुआ है, तो वो भी 4 times ही है पहले से, है ना? It implies that R2 is R1 into 6, but R1 was 4 ohms, 64 ohms. But this is not our final answer. Now they say all those stretched parts are connected in parallel. इस क्वेश्चन में सारे लोग यही गलती कर जाते. Each stretched parts, now they are connected, all 4. It's the answer. Find the effective resistance between points A and B. Firstly, let us learn technique effective resistance between any 2 points A and B for the network. Here A and B, that means from one end current will be entering into the network, and from the other end main current should be coming out. That means across these 2 points only we should be imagining a battery is connected like this. Some part of current here, and here, and finally again if this is I, then this is also. So these are just a way to imagine the circuit. Now between A and B, A, B, C, D, E, F. Now from farthest end we need to resolve the circuit and to simplify the circuit. From farthest end, remember my word. So what farthest end we get? So this way we'll be farthest end are appearing these two also, but in between we are getting mixed grouping. So free from any conflict, this is farthest end. So it will be converting into 6. So between A, C and D we'll get 6 ohms. But then 6 and 6
are in parallel.
This time 3. It will become 3. This way again 3
in the same series.
This will be 6. For 6 and 6 parallel में, then now this will be again 3. फिर 3 and 3 series में, 3 and 3 6. This 6 I need to show. ये पूरा का P आया, and 3 and 3 6. So now this is finally we have. Then after that again here also I'm to P ohms. Then 3 and 3. Finally A, B, P ohms, and then 3. Therefore R AB is equal to product upon sum. So now you must have learned the technique how to simplify this kind of circuit. Internal resistance, in plain language, it is a resistance offered by cell or battery. The resistance offered by the electrolyte of a cell to the flow of current between its electrodes is called internal resistance. What are the factors affecting? Now here, first, nature of the electrolyte. It is directly proportional to the concentration of the electrolyte and directly proportional to the distance between the electrodes. It varies inversely as the common area of the electrodes. Electrolytic solution में जो electrodes immersed रहते हैं उनका जो common area है, एक कैथोड या एनोड में से एक का ज्यादा पार्ट immersed है, दूसरे का कम हिस्सा, तो that doesn't matter कि वो ज्यादा वाला माना जाएगा. Common area of the electrode immersed in the electrode. It increases with the decrease in temperature of the. Basically, these things are discussed and taught in chemistry. Electrochemistry and relation between internal resistance, EMF, and terminal potential difference. Terminal potential difference, the potential drop across the terminals of a cell when a current is being drawn from it is called its terminal. मतलब अगर आप किसी सेल और बैटरी के क्रॉस अगर वोल्ट मीटर लगाते हैं तो उस वोल्ट मीटर में जो रीडिंग आएगी, that reading is terminal potential difference, which should be always less than original EMF, क्योंकि वो कुछ ना कुछ डिस्चार्ज हो रहा है. तो पोटेंशियल ड्रॉप से 1.5 वोल्ट की बैटरी के अक्रॉस अगर आप टर्मिनल पोटेंशियल डिफरेंस मेजर करेंगे तो वो ऑलवेज 1.5 से कम ही होगा, सम रिड्यूस्ड वैल्यू. लेकिन इन वन सिचुएशन इट विल बी ऑलवेज मोर देन दैट. That is in case of charging. This is the case of discharging. Discharging के केस में ये reduce होता जाता है, charging के केस में ये add up होता जाता है. In terms of formula and results, we are going to discuss now. तो हमने terminal potential difference के definition में क्या देखा? The potential drop across the terminals of a cell when a current is being drawn from it is called its terminal potential difference. पहले हम लोग एक simple diagram देख ही लें regarding this. This is external resistance, this is EMF, and here only we show internal resistance of the cell R, and this is current. I is some potential drop, here is V, and here some potential drop. V dash is only terminal potential difference. I have taken V for कैपिटल R. DC सर्किट्स मतलब बैटरी वाले सर्किट. बाद में हमारे पास ऑल्टरनेटिंग करंट भी हो जाएगा. E is equal to V plus V dash. V मतलब IR, V dash मतलब IR dash. V is equal to E minus IR. It is called equation of discharge because cell is being discharged because of its internal resistance, because battery itself is getting dissipated, and that is called lost volt, जिसके वजह से वो E का जो reduced value आ रहा है, this is lost volt. Now internal resistance, and this is internal resistance. Some major theoretical points. Then graph. 3 graphs are there. Firstly, when I is equal to 0, V is equal to E. Since IR is 0, so this is one very important point. Graphs. Firstly, for a cell. These are very frequently asked questions anywhere in all the exam. That means E is independent of R, since it is reflecting the graphical variation parallel to R graph. E is constant. As we keep on increasing capital R, E will be remaining constant, independent. When internal resistance becomes capital R, then it is E by 2, and this is graphical variation between V and R. As R increases, V also increases. When R tends to 0, V is completely 0. When R is equal to R, that we have discussed in the graph, this situation. Capital R is equal to R, V is equal to E by 2. This thing and this. When R tends to infinity, V is equal to V versus I graph. We have to compare this equation. V is equal to, did you understand? Same equation I have written in this format. For the required graph, slope is minus R. Slope is negative. That means obtuse angle. This is straight line. That is for sure. The required graph should be straight line, but it should have a negative slope. That means obtuse angle. And where do we show this? Capital E, Y intercept. And here Y intercept is positive. That means this is E